In this video, we're going to talk about significant figures or significant digits. And these are values you are sure of when you're measuring something. If I've had students before, and we have these graduated cylinders. They're like this, and they are marked in like milliliters. So we have like 1 milliliter, 2 milliliter, 3 milliliter. And then the kids will give me an answer that's like 0.0001 milliliters. And I asked them, I said, how did you figure that out? And they said, well, we estimated. And even if you've got these little lines here, you can't estimate something this small with the numbers that you have here. It's just impossible. You can't estimate that small. And so I tell them to go back and try again. So this is just how to be sure of your measurements and to make sure your measurements are accurate and precise and you're not using too much precision that you can't really use. And so just because your calculator shows 8 decimals, that does not mean all of those are significant. The calculator just shows as many decimals as it can display. The calculator does not know significant figures. You have to know that. That's something humans have to figure out. So, some ways to figure out significant figures. Zeros are usually really complicated for people because they're in the middle and they're in the back, and sometimes they're significant, sometimes they're not. If you have placeholder zeros, like if you have a small number and you have like 0.0, those placeholder zeros, those are not significant. Okay? Zeros that are measured or estimated are significant. So you see this 0 here, someone put that there, and that means that number was exactly 0.0860, and so that one is. Okay, if they took the time to write that 0 at the end, it's important. These ones in the beginning, they're kind of a means to the end. You have to write them to get to the rest of the number. If you have zeros at the end of a large number and you don't have a decimal place, then they're ambiguous. We don't know whether these are significant or not. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so these are maybe. If you add a decimal place, then they are. Okay? So maybe if you have no decimal, yes, if you do have a decimal. And then the last thing, we just talked about scientific notation. And so if you use scientific notation, you know exactly how many digits are significant because only the ones that you write are ones that are significant. So if they do zeros here in scientific notation like these, that means they are significant because they took the time to write them down. Okay, and they didn't have to. So those are definitely significant. So placeholder zeros are not. These are ambiguous. All the other zeros are. If you have a 0 in the middle, like this one, that one is significant because it's in the middle, and so it's part of your number. Okay, so let's determine significant figures. We have 3 zeros here. These are placeholder zeros, so they are not significant. So you have 3 sig figs. See, scientists are lazy. We shorten everything. Here you've got a 0 in the middle. That 0 is important. It is significant. And so you have 4 significant figures. Okay? In this one, we have a 0 in the middle. A middle 0 is significant. And remember, if they take the time to write a 0 at the end, that means that 0 was significant and it was exactly 2205.20. So it was exactly 20, not 21, not 23, but 20. So this one's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sig figs. Okay. Now this one has scientific notation. We've got zeros at the end, so they're important. And also, there's zeros in scientific notation, and we said all the zeros in scientific notation were significant because they took the effort to write them, so they must be significant. So this one has 3 significant figures.